Alright, so we're shooting live from the shop hoopty again. I don't smoke inside. Let me see, it's late in the morning. I shot some footage last night. It just has this whole Blair Witch thing to it that I don't like, so scrap that. I took the coffee from the house to the shop because in the mornings I brew myself a pot of coffee at the shop. Sometimes in the afternoon I brew myself a pot of coffee. So we went and got coffee. So cheers. Here's coffee. Now, down to business. Alright, so what have we been up to? What have I been up to? I've been sick all week. Last Friday, Saturday, I caught the crud. And it hasn't been bad. I had like fevers and vomiting, shit, just sinuses, upper respiratory. So I've, for lack of better wording, I've had my head entirely up my ass all week. I haven't got anything accomplished. I've got half a dozen half-finished projects at the shop. So Monday I got to get to work early, hit the floor, and really grind. Let me see. Trials and tribulations of business ownership. How's that? We've got enough on the books right now to cash out that we're sitting where we're supposed to Monday, as long as we can get the things out Monday. Finance-wise. Which puts almost everything for the rest of the month as bread and butter. Bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter. Salary, wages, whatever you want to call it. And other bills. We got the Snap-on pretty much settled for the rest of the month. Sleight of hand paperwork, la-da-da. We've got phones, utilities will come up here. That building's weird. They split it. It's all like a combined. Anyhow, so what we got on the books right now to go out for Monday/Tuesday covers most of first of the month, and that's what we're aiming at. That's where we aim at now is I'll put away the first of the month's rent, go and get, we don't have a checking account for the shop. I've screwed up those privileges, okay, because of my past before the shop, before all of this. I wasn't bullshitting, you know, and I've told the tale enough times that those you've been following know it, those that you don't, it's in previous bull sessions. I grenaded my entire existence, and I got a mighty fucking hill to climb. Realistically, these Sunday chats are, they organize my thoughts in my head. Cheaper than therapy, and it is a listed account of how far we've come. This is, I guess, episode 93 of Sunday Morning Coffee. As you may know, Sunday Morning Coffee is by and large unedited. I just take this film and dump it right on the fucking computer and go. Let me see. Projects, they're all there. I got footage. I keep promising footage. I don't show up with much. My priorities have been skewed away from video editing lately. And that's just that, okay? So, you'll get your footage, you'll get your videos. I got a lot of stuff from the old shop still left to put up, so there you go. We got some very good friends to the shop, some very good customers and friends we've made along the way. And they keep showing up with stuff, just busybody work for us to do. Cash flow work, really. But it's turning out those are some of our better profiting jobs. $100 here, $200 there, little stuff. Over the last 3 weeks, not just our loyal clientele base and friends, but other folks have been steadily bringing us more and more petty projects, we'll call them. Not because the projects themselves are stupid or nonsense, but they're small. They'll occupy a guy a day, half a day. That's it. Now, let's rewind a little bit. Jeremy is technically my painter. He's technically my painter and the guy that does detailing right now. And we've always been in such smash close quarters, he could never really get on body work, even light body work. We didn't have the time or place to do it, so I'd grind shit out, have him work on other stuff, and we'd grind it out that way. He'd be painting parts while I'm fucking doing body work on the rest of the car. That type of shit. Well, he's picked up the baton and really stepped to and true with that whole concept. Now, we're in a position now, we've wasted a lot of shop hours, just wasted of doing nothing. Where we're tripping over shit, we're waiting on this, we're waiting on that, we gotta move this out, push that in, organize, reorganize. It's always been a fucking mess. Well, now we just gotta clean up our messes, and we're getting cluttered again because we've got small projects. So I'm gonna go in and belt those out Monday. I should be able to belt out at least 3 small projects Monday and just get them out of the shop. We secured what I think is going to be a steady paying client. Pick up a car, bring it to the shop, detail it, take it back with a ticket, last 6 of the VIN and a description, pick up another one, and just keep doing this. So I'm hoping by about the first of the year we'll be able to accumulate enough cash and secure that. By the first of the year, that gives us a couple good weeks doing these details for these guys. So we should be able to belt out 10 or 15 more for these guys. Because we have other stuff in the shop, we can only detail 1 car a day. That's just Jeremy and I. If there's welding, I got to do it. Like I said, Jeremy stepped up to the plate doing body work. I got him doing body work on car lot cars. Which is great because you can take it all the way through the process and paint it and go, ooh, I can see this, I can see this, I can see these imperfections, I can see these issues. Well, it's a car lot car. They just paid $200 to get it packed and painted. That's not the type of work I want to hang my hat on, but that's the type of work that cuts teeth. That's the type of work that pays bills. That's the type of work that keeps us in lights and a position to move on bigger projects. Being sick this last week really was awful. It didn't do us any fucking good at all. Jeremy works off my pitch. If I'm focused and grinding full speed ahead, he's focused and grinding full speed ahead. In the last few years, we've really come a long ways. We started off in a 30 by 30 by myself behind my house with a broke ass compressor and no real tools to speak of. I had a 130EN Clark welder. Those of the voltage is click 1 2 3 4, click 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 click. Can't tune it, you can't get it to weld right. It's the lowest end model, it's the lowest end model you can get that still uses gas welding, not flux core. You don't use flux core on welding body panels. There's acid in the flux core, it will come back out. It'll come back and haunt you. So that said, we've come a long fucking ways. Again, steep fucking hill to climb. I'm hoping 2015 is going to be that year we start making that difference. We got 5,000 feet of space. We're down to about 4,000 right now, 3,800, 4,000, because we have the RV bus in there. I'm not complaining about it. Jerry's a great friend. He covers part of our overhead, part of our rent, but also Jerry's been there, he's seen it, he's done it. He's a mechanic, he's a body guy, he's done all this. He's not in the health to do this now, otherwise I'd employ his ass and get him to work. But that being all fair in love and war, that's what we got going on. He's a repository of information. Because he's seen it, because he's done it, because he's been there, the highs, the lows, the mental fatigue and everything else. He's been there. So I take advantage of having Jerry around just for his capacity to call bullshit. He's honest. Let me see. So we're nailing down these handshake contracts, basically, is what it amounts to. Handshake agreement. We got cars to detail as long as you're detailing. My aim is, like I said, bank enough cash, get enough of these projects going where we're just flooded. We're a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks behind on small projects come first of the year. Why? Because come first of the year, if I've got rent paid, phones, utilities, dumpster, all that paid, money in the till for payroll of a reasonable sum for that week, and thus far we've fallen to a 2-week pay schedule, Jeremy and I. We figure up the hours we've worked, we divide the fucking total sum in the till we can pay out in wages to a gross hourly income, which is pretty fucking gross, actually. It's disgusting. It's depressing, but it's money. And we'll see those dollar signs come up, a few pennies here and there. Okay, so there it is. But we're doing projects, we're making money. We're not making a stutters. We're not making a minimum wage right now, but what do you do? I hear this virtue a lot, and I don't disagree with it to a point. Hours. You gotta put more hours in. Put 15, 16, 18 hours in. You gotta put more hours in. Some of the projects there we could just grind and do. When you're finalizing body work, when you're wet sanding, when you're assembling, when you are painting, these are not the things you want to be doing at fucking midnight on a Thursday. If you're finalizing body work, you can fuck it up a little bit and come back. You're assembling a car and you fuck it up a little bit, you just undid 3 months of work. The artistic complex comes in. The level at which we're finishing the restorations is a big fucking deal. So, it's not about a gross amount of hours. Me combined with time I spend on the shop, working on the business, and working in the business, if I can put in a solid 50-hour week, we're doing what we need to do. That puts Jeremy on the floor for slightly less hours. And as long as those are billable, as long as, let's call it 80% of those hours are billable. So, if we can get 70 to 75 hours a week billable, we're fucking solid. We're doing great. So it's time management. The detailing requires more gadgetry than we have, so they're taking on the realm of twice as long as they should. We got a shitty vacuum, we don't have all the nifty gadgetry and attachments to do detailing, and you don't have to have those, but these are time savers. These are things you'll spend $1,000 in equipment and material and save yourself what would be a 4-hour detail and knock it down to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. For these car lots, that's where we have to be. Yeah, just a generalization, just a rundown, a shakedown what we're doing. That's 66. I got all cataloged. We got the ragtop covered with 7mm plastic because I don't want to fuck up the ragtop. It's impeccable. It's perfect. It's new. Interior is great shape. So as we go forward, we got to be very mindful of these aspects of these parts. Plastic window, you can't get overspray on it, you ruin it. So you end up buying a new plastic window at the end of the project. Don't want to do that. So we're going to do what we can to avoid those issues. Anything like that, just sticks in the craw of any customer. You can do the best job on the planet, but we fucked up the back plastic window. Now we gotta find one and replace it. And I'm not saying do that behind the customer's back, but if you fuck up something like that, get it covered and then bring it to the customer's attention. That's my opinion on it. Not be dishonest, just get it covered before it becomes an issue. Last week we met with several vendors and customers. So we're working out schedules to fill the shop and keep it full. We get to where we've got over 100 billable hours a week. While at 80 billable hours a week, we're falling behind. Because there's other stuff we have to do that we can't bill for. Cleaning, organizing, building stuff, picking up cars, dropping cars off, things we can't bill for. So now enter the realm of part-timer or shop hand. That's my hopes for the new year. I've rambled enough. I can ramble in circles all fucking day long. But we're gonna peel the fuck out. And get on with our day. I'm gonna throw this up on the computer. Give me another cup of coffee. Thank you all for your visits, for your views, for your subscriptions, for your comments. I appreciate it. I really do. There's a lot of other guys culpable to that circumstance as well that I have thanks for. But we're gonna boogie up out of here. We're gonna get fucking moving with our day. I'm down to a nub. Keep talking, I'll smoke another one. Don't need that.